I was wondering if Twitch would let me put "kick the dick" as a stream title, and it did. Perfect. Let me just make sure everything looks correct. Awesome. Okay, so yesterday OBS crashed. So we're gonna pick up back where it left. So thankfully I had a save before it crashed. So the last thing that happened is just double checking. Right. So we had a scene with the Secret Fun Times Club where we're basically going to go and get all the votes from all the council members to overthrow Lum. So we need to talk to all of the areas to get, you know, everyone good to go. So I'm trying to think. I don't. Who have we not maxed our relationship with? Nenemy, Nomi. So I still need. Hold on. I closed my spreadsheet. I'm still gonna need it for a little bit. Stage Exocolonist. Mostly just need it for the birthdays because I'll forget. Okay. Good to go. Good to go. I think we're all good to go. Assuming my fucking camera will set right. And today is the 2nd of Dust. Did we already give Nomi? Yes, we already did. We are so close to creativity. Let's see if we can staying cool. What is that picture? Oh, Nomi. They are great beans. Nomi flaps their hand in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet, don't you think? You shrug. Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it by now. Nomi snaps their fingers. Wait, we should make something. Just stay cool. You and Nomi brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop. It all seems too complicated. Eventually, you just end up doodling on some of Nomi's paper and folding it to make paper fans. Sometimes, the best solutions are the most simple. They smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform fan. Oh, damn. Wait, we had a 10% chance. Ooh. That got us exactly. All right. That's a nice. Actually, I'll go ahead and overwrite. That was kind of lucky. Okay, so of our people to get the votes first, we're also pretty close to maxing our bravery. Actually, you know what? No, we have no stress, and I know we can lose stress by going on an expedition. So we'll go ahead and do some of the other events first. I think it was doing, like, I haven't done some of these, so we're just doing them. You're honestly pumped for your first day in the robotics lab. There wasn't enough room on the Strato for a proper lab, so for most of your life, you've been warned that the bots in the colony relies on, like the watering bots and the hover lifts, will eventually all break down for good. With a fully functioning robotics lab, you should be able to keep those bots active for a lot longer. Plus, there's all sorts of unused bots in here. You look around and wonder at the wide array of chassis and shells. Maybe one day you'll even be able to create new robots of your own. You can't wait to show off what you can do. Hal gets you started, along with Congruence, who helps with the programming. I'm just really her hands, Hal says, laughing jovially. She's the brains behind the operation. Please, Congruence chirps. If anything, we're partners in crime. Where would I be without you, Hal? So what are you excited to work on, Solana? I'm gonna make myself an R2D2. Exactly, an assistance bot. It can boop. It can bleep. Also, I love we have a little snake sticker on Congruence's board. A little paw print. A little kibty. I want to build something massive. Hal considers this. We do have some automated vehicles, like the Roboplows and the Expedition Autobuses. Maybe you'll have a chance to work on one of those. Hal lets you putter to your heart's content. Happy to let you work at your own pace while he grades projects from his engineering class. If you have any questions, Congruence answers them with her supernatural patience and cheer. You spend the day getting to know your way around the robotics lab, meeting all the bots you're going to be working with. These broken, forgotten bots just need a little TLC. After work, you ask Chief Engineer Instance for a few minutes of her time. She allows you into her office and begrudgingly listens as you explain that you and Mars intend to hijack the elections at the next Virtunalia. When you're finished, she heaves a long-suffering sigh and pinches the bridge of her nose in her fingers. Why in the world would I support this plan? She says. We're barely surviving as it is. Mom's right. The planet is at war with us. Every year we come closer and closer to total annihilation. Is this really the time for dissent? Instance gestures to her office. Every horizontal surface is covered with experiments. You may not be the most suited to the job. Do you see anyone else you see anyone else with the time on their hands to run a colony? Idiot does the least damage where he is, doing busy work, making stupid motivational photos. What if I can persuade you? +1 skill. I mean, don't really need it, but sure. +2 last card. +1 for each gem on other cards. And you could just do a whole bunch of 5s. Actually, I do this. It's only a +2. Not worth it. Okay, we just need another 35. Easy. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Question is, can we get this much higher? All right, that goes to 43. Also 42. 40, not so great. Let's do this? No. Oh, wait a minute. We can do that. No, that doesn't seem better. That goes to 9. Goes to 6. Wait, can I get a 6, 7, 8, 9? Where's the... It's also a 7. All right, we're overthinking this. We'll just go back to the shit I already had it as. 41. Wait, no, I had it as a 43. There we go. Ah, we could have gotten a 44. How? Instance hasn't survived this long under a hostile regime by being soft. Hard to convince her that you have a chance to oust Lum, but she does like to win. And she appreciates a good game of 8-dimensional political chess. You win the election, and you convince her that you will. She will be free. Well, she says, sitting back in her chair, Seems that you might actually be cut out to be our next governor. You have my support. She gives you a stern look. When you strike, strike to kill, she says. If Lum knows I'm moving against him, he'll put me on the wall. Actually, I want you to vote for Marzipan. Instant stares at you for a long time, as if sizing up your mettle. Calculations go on behind her eyes. You can barely hope to understand. Good, she says finally. Tell her she can count on me. You're in engineering very late today, starting to nod off and consider packing up for the night. You see Tangent and Instance leave their lab without locking the door. They're heading back towards the living quarters. Usually they're so cautious, but it's late. They must be very tired to have forgotten. They've been working on something together in secret. You want to find out? Fuck yeah. Checking to make sure the coast is clear, you slip into their office. It's just off the med bay, and every flat surface is dedicated to experiments. The whiteboard is covered in dense scribbles and diagrams. The garbage bin is filled with wrappers of discarded soy meal replacements. Smells like stale coffee and sleep deprivation in here. It smells like sleep deprivation. Oof. Their hollow screen terminal is still active. Seems strange that they left it on. You get the feeling that maybe they weren't done for the night. We'll have to be quick. We'll check the whiteboard. The disorganized mess of scientific shorthand and half-finished diagrams. Not yet polished enough to be entered into the official lab holo record. You see a lot of important notes, but very few relevant ones. So much noise to signal, it's hard to make sense of. You inspect the whiteboard and discover they forgot to carry the 1! Classic mistake. Good thing we have janitors to fix that for everyone. Let's decipher it. You pore over everything Tang and Instance have been working on, slowly putting together the pieces. What you find is chilling. After researching the shimmer fungus together, they decided to bioengineer a more powerful virus that uses the same pathways, but only affects native Vertumnan creatures. It would sever the existing symbiotic relationship between Vertumnan fauna and fungi and be completely fatal to its host. It would kill everything on the planet. Well, everything that walks, swims, or flies, leaving it empty and ready for human colonization. But why would they do this? You dig a little deeper and find not Instance's research logs, but her personal logs, written on real paper, with a cover page that reads, "In my defense, upon my death." You read through the papers, in which Instance details being approached by Lum shortly after the Helio landed and he took control of the council. The Helio had been sent to retrieve congruence and bring to justice the people who stole her. Instance primarily, but also Hal and your mother. When they realized they could never return to Earth, Lum became interested in Instance's research instead, particularly her research into the Vertumnan ecology. Under threat of execution, Instance was essentially forced to pivot her research into finding a way to cleanse the planet for human colonization. She writes that she tried to shield the other scientists from her work for their protection, but she couldn't keep the secret from her apprentice, Tangent. She speaks highly of Tangent, almost as a mother would talk about her own child. She grieves that she couldn't protect her too. You scan copies of the missives. At least you have evidence now. Oof. That's heavy. I'm pretty sure in my first playthrough, I confronted Tangent, but I didn't have high enough relations to do anything about it. So I think this time we'll be able to do, we'll have something else we can do. Okay, I know about the plague. As your friend, please don't do it. As my friend? Tang replies, incredulous. A real friend would understand why I have to do this. I have to protect Dr. Instance. I have to protect the colony. She pushes herself off the wall and starts walking away from you. A few paces away, she stops, and her shoulders slump. I don't want to do this, Solana, she says miserably. If I don't help Instance, though, Lum is going to kill her. The colony needs her. I need her. I don't know what I would do without her. She sighs. I don't know. Maybe we can convince him to stop? Tang scrubs her hands against her eyes and turns to you. She looks so impossibly tired. And for a moment, as young as she really is, Lum is forcing us to work on the virus, she says. I don't know what to do. We should go talk to him. Tangent goes with you to confront Governor Lum. She looks scared. Lum is alone in the bridge. This is your chance to try and convince him to change course on this genocidal virus. Find that a size 12 applied to the general ass area works wonders in person. Exactly. I mean, we're not going to be applying it to the ass. We're going to be applying it to the more frontal region, because so all the characters in this game have like a longer name. So Tang is tangent. Lum is baculum, which is the penis bone that some animals have. So that's why I put this. That's why the title is "Kick the Dick." Lum looks up from his hollow palm when you enter. What is it? He snaps. I'm busy. Tangent raises her chin and takes a breath to steady her nerves beside you. You hope she's still willing to go through with this. You tell Governor Lum that you know everything about the bioengineered plague he intends to unleash upon the planet. How he pressed Instance and Tangent into creating it under threat of death, and how it will kill every living thing on Vertumna. Lum listens intently, his face growing colder as you speak. When you're done, he gives you a stern look. You don't understand what you're talking about, Solana, he says. I'm the governor here. I make decisions, not you. I have evidence. I'll tell everyone. You show him what you found in Instance's lab. All of her notes and recordings, even her personal logs about her concerns over how they haven't managed to find a way to neutralize the dangerous fauna without causing a complete ecological collapse. Lum's face goes red, but he's uncharacteristically somber. I don't know how you got this, he says slowly, but it is damning. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. You stare at Lum. That's it? He gives you an exasperated look. That means you can go, he orders. Leave before I change my mind and throw you in the brig on espionage charges. You have averted what could have only been the complete destruction of Vertumnan ecosystem and saved Instance's life. You can breathe a little easier today. Oh, well, minus 20 stress anyway. Okay. I feel like we're at the point in the game where it's actually actively hard to get more stress. Hydrate. Very well then. It's weird because, I don't know. Is that all? I'm not too sure. But Glottal, I hope you are doing well this fine day. It's never that, I know, yeah, it's never that easy. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know. We need to, okay, so we have the vote from Howl, or we have the vote from Instance. And Glow Plug, yeah. And if y'all need a gas lamp, you can check out them over there, like that. You can get a gas lamp, a glow plug, a geoponics even. We've kind of maxed out every stat that this is relevant for. This gives empathy. We'll do 10 the animals. The caracal fit. Yeah. I did like a crappy MS Paint sort of recoloring of a caracal face one long time ago, and I was like, yeah, I'll keep that. It's Glottal. I took a picture of Glottal. Ooh, Glotta newspaper. Oh, that is such a cute email. That's my first time seeing that. You did. That's really nice. Getting the actual, like, how it kind of looks like a newspaper. You have a little bit of writing, a little bit of like a couple pixels that make it look like pictures. Glottal is such a good artist. does so many amazing Live 2D, other digital art, pixel art, just fantastic. Always a great time seeing what Glottal's learning, what he's working on, and all the fun things he makes for his friends and all the wonderful people around him, because Glottal has such a big heart and a floofy, wonderful comrade in crime, Waddles. So, have I ever said how I always get thrown for a loop with Slug's leave emote? Because it looks, every time I see it, it makes me think of what's the blue jay in that one cartoon? It's not Adventure Time, Dreki. Wrong cartoon. One where there's the blue jay and the raccoon, or is he a raccoon? No, he's not a raccoon. He's more of like a badger of some kind. Mordecai, yes. It looks like Mordecai to me. Mordecai and Rigby. Yes, thank you. It's like, I can remember, like, there's a Sasquatch, there's the gumball person. But the Thelof 3, it looks like Mordecai to me. At least the small version. Because the little bag thing kind of makes me think of the beak. Maybe I just need glasses. But you meet your dad by the animal pens, fresh and ready for your first day at your new job. Your dad laughs at your clean clothes, you scrubbed face. Oh, bumpkin. Yeah, fucking bumpkin getting all clean? We're gonna get dirty in these animal pens. Oh, pumpkin. Sorry to tell you, you're a little overdressed for this position. He chuckles. You're gonna get dirtier and all heck today. Go on, put on these overalls and let's get to work. You change and follow your dad to the float cow pens. He rubs their noses as he points out their names. I know they're cute, but these ladies aren't pets, he says. They're livestock. And more than that, not really domesticated like our animals back on Earth. They're more like tame. Give all the animals lots of room to roam, and we feed them well. Not gonna get chased down and eaten by bigger animals, and we help them if they're sick. It's a pretty good deal, I think, but they're pretty wild, he says. You gotta be careful with them. He leans his elbows on the fence. We're pretty lucky that Vertumna had herd animals, he says. Makes it a little easier. We'll probably have real domestic animals in a couple 100 years. Well, kiddo, your dad says, spreading his arms. You got all these animals. What do you want to learn about first? Let's get started. Right, your dad says, clapping you on the back. That's the kind of energy I want to see around here. We need someone to muck out the float cow stables. They might float, but their poop sure doesn't. He hands you a shovel. Have fun. Oh boy. Classic. You find some time alone with the chief cultivator to talk about your plan to peacefully depose Lum. Your mom is a busy woman. Probably the busiest in the colony, honestly, so you keep it brief. You explain the details of Mars's plan. Depose Lum, get voted in, save the colony, maybe the planet. Ugh, I hate all this bureaucracy stuff, she groans. When you're done, say what you want about the new guy. At least he doesn't waste my time with pointless meetings. Your mom is kind of... Yeah, I mean, look, the character design in this game is very nice and quite varied. This isn't a pointless meeting. Oh, you're right, she says. This is important stuff. You're right to take care of it. You're right to care about it. She leans back in her chair and puts her feet on her desk, linking her hands over her stomach. It's just... You're so young, she continues. You and Marzipan. Do you really think either of you could lead the entire colony? This isn't some hobby farm or a secret club. This is the fate of human civilization on a hostile planet. Are either of you really prepared for the tough decisions you'll have to make as governor? Of course I am. Ooh, one card becomes 4. Unchangeable. Interesting. That's actually kind of a malice. So we're going to get that out. Next round. I want to save this for the last one. We can do that. 8, 5. Actually, we'll just do this maybe. 24. It's 26. Okay. Now, +2 and from gem cards. We have 1, 2, 3 gems. We can get them all out like this. We can do this maybe. Nice. Oh, we could have gotten 53. Damn. Your mom smiles, one you haven't seen in some time. Look at you, she says fondly. All grown up and overthrowing the government, just like your old lady. It'd be hypocritical of me to tell you you're too young, she continues and pats her leg. I was about your age when I lost this, fighting on Earth for what I believed in. I didn't listen to my elders either. If I hadn't done the same thing you're doing now, probably wouldn't have had a place on the Strato with your father. Wouldn't have had you. So, who knows what you're capable of, and where it'll take you. You truly believe you're ready? You have my support. Okay, so that's 2 votes. We are in wet season. So we can give Rex and Nomi stuff. Should be maxing out Rex soon, I think. Probably next year we'll have him maxed. How old are we? 18? Okay. Where is Nomi? Wait. Did I max out Tammy? Yes, I did. I'm gonna give you a stick. I don't have any egg. Oh, Nobi's probably over with dice outside. Crystal. Shiny. Ooh, Dice is something. This evening, when Dice isn't in his quarters or his usual spot near the expedition vehicles, you have a sixth sense of where to find him. His old secret hideout in the big drainage pipe under the wall, where he still goes sometimes when he needs to escape and be alone. Sure enough, there he is at the entrance of the pipe, but something's wrong. He's fiddling with a package. Furtively, his head jerks up as you approach, and he clutches it to his chest. You can barely believe your eyes, but you know a bomb when you see one. Oh, this event. Dice stares at you for a few moments, weighing the truth. I'm leaving, he says eventually. The gardeners made a deal. Sabotage the colony during the next attack, and they'll let me become one of them. Don't get in my way, Solana, Dice says. I don't want to have to hurt you. I got something in my throat. So, in my first run, Dice blew a hole in the wall and was gone. I don't remember if we saw him again, but because this is our second way through and we've been saving everything and we're going to go for a peaceful ending and like working with the gardeners, I don't think this is necessary, so we're actually going to get him to stay. Hopefully. Hydrate? Very well then, Glottal. Make sure y'all are hydrating too. +2 to cards with gems. Actually, we can just do a... Let the bass take... Yes, we've got the gnome power! Doubles the card to the right. Damn. Ooh. +2 and from gem cards. Perfect. Okay, what is the super goal? Nobody can stop you now! Exactly. All right, I want to get 47. Perfect. Give me all them kudos, baby. Dice clutches the explosive to his chest tightly and lets out one shuddering sigh. Okay, he says finally. Okay, I just... He shakes his head and hands it over to you. Take it, he says, before I change my mind. You dispose of the deadly package and thank all the gods from all the religions you can name that you are here tonight to stop this. Okay. Let's get Rhett on our side. Do we want bravery? Let's play sports ball, because that'll give us some bravery. You meet with Security Chief Rhett, knowing he'll be a tough sell in this whole political coup business. He sits behind his desk, hands clasped, listening intently as you explain how you and Mars plan to depose Lum during the next Virtunalia festival. When you're done, he shakes his head and sits back. You're not an idiot, Solana. You know what you're asking me to do. Having the garrison on your side would make this a military coup, he tells you. If you learned Earth history, you know those ain't a good look. Why should I support you? Mars is the future of the colony. Rhett laughs. You're a regular little politician on the campaign trail, aren't you? You got a lot of guts asking me to remove a professional soldier from leadership during a time of war to replace it with a child. Why the hell shouldn't I go tell Governor Lum right now that you're starting a mutiny underfoot? Counterpoint. Lum is a chuckle fuck and is only military by technicality. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be a big card. 11, 22. 3 cards for 22. Damn. All right, so we can do a 5, 6, 7. What's this one at? 9? Dang. We can get a 4 over here. And yeah. +2 and from gem cards. Yep. Yep. And we can finish this off with anything. Actually, this will probably be higher. 52. Yeah, give me my 2 kudos. You manage somehow to convince Security Chief Rhett that it is morally imperative that he support your movement to depose Lum. You both know that Lum is dangerously inept, so it's really just a matter of assuring him that you'll do a better job, and that you'll protect him from reprisal if you fail. You've won his vote against all odds. Hell yeah. Okay, now we need Administrator Seek, I believe. So let's just assist the governor. You stay over dinner to finish this stupid TPS report for Seek. 3 revisions this time, just to satisfy Seek's exacting specifications. Your stomach growls menacingly. You just have to upload the report to the communications desk and schedule it to transmit the next time the colony faces the wormhole, then you're free. You approach the doorway to the bridge and see light from a console spill out onto the hallway. Wait, someone's inside? Carefully, you peer inside the bridge. It's Lum? And he's sitting at the comms desk listening to a message. Your heart is pounding so loudly that you can barely overhear the end of the message, but you calm down enough to hear the sign-off. It's not from somewhere in the colony. It's not even from somewhere on Vertunalia. The message is from Earth. Kangaroos, delete this message, Lum says, standing up from the comms. You jump at the sound of his voice. I remove all records of having received it. He turns toward the door, and you try to hide, but you're too shocked to move. His eyes widen as he sees you in the doorway, realizing you overheard at least some of his message. You wish you heard more. Is he still working with Earth to arrest the fugitives from the stratospheric? Is Earth pressuring Lum to putting them in jail? Does the colony even have jail? How would that work? He stalks across command and stands at the door, his broad form barring you from entry. What do you want, kid? Tell me everything! What did you do? Ooh, card gets +3. I see. It's 777. 5. Ooh. +5 to flushes with this card. Neighbors become science. Actually, if I do this, yeah, fuck it. We don't need to super min-max anymore. Lum's eyes dart behind you, like he's thinking about making a run for it. But he quickly realizes that the quickest way out of this situation is through. Get in here, he growls, grabbing you by the shoulder and pulling you into the bridge. He gives you a stony look. Not telling you this because you deserve to know, he says. I'm only doing it because it doesn't matter. You can't stop it. Shortly after taking office, I managed to open a secure line of communications with Earth, he admits. Privately, through the heliopause channels, I told them Vertumna is ready to be colonized, and they should send ships right away. He rests his hand on the comms console. I've just received word that they've left Earth. They're sending hundreds of ships. He adds, 100,000 people, 50,000 soldiers, and enough artillery to blow a hole in this side of the planet the size of a small moon. They say that if this planet is still dangerous when they get here, they'll glass the place and start fresh. Lum continues. After pausing for effect, he adds, including whatever's left of the colony. Ooh. Earth fleet is coming. Yikes. Yep. Yes, I'm spinning. Welcome on by, Mystic the Dark Elf. I hope you're doing well tonight. Oh, I guess you're not doing too well because you are up into the void. You went through the wormhole back to Earth. Not what I would have done, but I suppose that's what you chose. Ah, hydrate. Okay. He leans down to look you in the eye, patronizingly. So that's why I'm keeping it a secret, he says. If this colony knew what was coming, they'd spend the next 20 years arguing about it instead of getting this planet under control, and we'll all be dead. Translocates back to chat. Ah, well played. It always helps to be good with spatial shenanigans if you're going to be going into the void. Fine, keep your secrets. Smart kid, Lum says. It's not like you could do anything to stop them now. The fleet is coming. You know, Lum says brightly, I think it's time you were given a raise. Could too valuable to be filling in TPS reports for Seek. In fact, it's late. Why don't you let me submit those reports while you head down to the mess hall? Y'all what pushes you out the door. A full belly is a sharp mind, Solana. Okay, dude. You're ejected from the hallway and the doors to the bridge close to you. Your mind is spinning. He's right. Who would believe you with no proof? Dang, $100 to make an emote large for one message? Yeah, because I can't disable them. Well, it makes it large inside Twitch chat itself. Which I don't know how that will... I don't know how it would work with chat widgets, if at all. So it may be unobtrusive. The problem is there's no way to filter or limit it. So if I could make it so it's like only my emotes, I would be kind of like, sure, I guess, if one really wanted to. If I could whitelist it and be like, all right, these people, any emotes from them, I'm okay with. But there's some emotes that I don't want just being slapped up carte blanche. And it's just, I don't know. It's easier for me to basically say no across the board. But if there's an API for the widget that was designed for, if Twitch really hasn't done it, yeah. I mean, it also depends if the event is considered a message with a single emote. And the only difference is there's some cosmetic stuff on Twitch's side that makes the Twitch chat render it extra large. And then under the hood, all it is a message event with a single emote that big. If it's like that, then I'm pretty sure the widgets will pick it up just fine. And then if they have like single message with single emote, make it do this, it'll process it just okay. But I certainly am not going to test it to figure things out and check that. And I don't got the brain to just be able to inspect and see things like that. Hopefully Twitch will come out so often as new redeems. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to force them on us, I certainly would want much more customization and ways of limiting things. It's also kind of sus that people have been asking for emote size options for over a decade for accessibility. Now that Twitch finally enables some size control, it's monetized and not even the user. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of have everything text larger just because I don't want to have to squint close to my computer. I like staying pretty far away from my monitor screens when I can help it. So like I tend to put everything in pretty large fonts. As far as I know, it's on Twitch's side since I've seen on other streams. That's what it shows. Yeah, so everything that happens like under the hood has various types of events. So like a subscription event is a different type of thing than a resubscription event, than like a channel redeem time event. Even though all of them will show up in chat, there's different ways they are distinguished between each other. And so like for things like chat redeems that have text, or resubscription events, those things have like chat message elements of them. And so that's why I'm saying if the bit redeem is basically like in those like chat message type of events, sort of like class, then it would still be processed like a chat event, possibly. It's weird and squiggly, and it's sort of the kind of thing that I forget about whenever I'm not actively trying to muck around in it. It seems I have been transported into the game though, although I'm a little bit more pixelated than this game is. This game's a little bit more painterly than pixely, but I suppose we have to take what we give sometimes. Getting to Chief Administrator Seek alone is fairly easy. No one wants to spend time around them if they don't have to. You explain that you're intending to hijack the elections at Virtunalia in order to depose Governor Lum. The more you speak, the more it's clear that Seek is already on board. Finally, they say, rubbing their hands together with a look of unbridled glee, I was waiting for everyone to realize what an imbecile he is. The man barely knows how to read. Oh, so we can count on your vote. It depends, Seek replies. You're not the only person with ideas around here. I was planning on making a go at the governor myself. They extend their hand to you, rubbing 2 fingers together. Unless you can provide significant motivation to throw myself behind your cause instead. Wow, they want us to bribe them. Mind you, kudos is like a reputation-based currency. So... What? Asking for a bribe under a reputation? Fucking okay. Former Governor Uticott pops her frail head out from behind one of the high-backed command chairs. Obsequious, she snaps. Are you seriously intending to extort these young revolutionaries out of their candy money? Shame on you. She tisks and turns back to her work. Almighty, she curses. What would happen to all of you without me keeping everyone honest? 89 years old and I'm still steering this ship. Zeke has the decency to look ashamed. They sigh and drop their hand. Thanks, Uticott. Well, Zeke asks, for whom do you intend me to cast my vote? Better be good. If you don't get majority support, Lum will come down hard on those of us who showed disloyalty. Maybe an idiot, but he's an idiot in power. Vote for Mars. Zeke's lip curls. Marzipan? They laugh. Well, I suppose she is a rather cunning politician, considering her age. Her materialism is a concern. Very well, I will support her when the time comes. Though we will have to see what the rest of the council thinks, won't we? Yeah, her materialism is a concern, says the person who tried to extort me. Yeah, okay, Zeke, sure.